Hello, everyone, and welcome back. This is Deja with Twisted Sisters Mojo, and today I'm bringing you the unboxing of the Antique Anatomy Tarot by Claire Goodchild. Let's see who does the publishing on this. The publishers is Abrams Notary. I've never heard of them. Printed in China. All right, I did actually want the empherma edition of this deck, but I could not find it anywhere. So I went ahead and got this deck here. So let's go ahead and get started. Handy dandy little scissors. Maybe I can. Let's see here. All right, and here we go. All right, first thing I'm going to notice, it is a really big box, really sturdy. I'm guessing some imagery from the cards on the side, very pretty. So let's get this thing. Oh, it's a fold-out box. Okay, very cool. Here's the guidebook. We'll go through that later. And let's take a look at the cards. All right. I can tell this is not going to be good. Ouch. Okay, people. We got a cardstock fail. Wow. If you've watched any of my videos, my review videos, you know that one of my biggest pet peeves is piss poor cardstock. I think it does a disservice to not only the consumer, but also the artist who has put so much time and energy into their work. I mean, some artists work for years to come up with a deck. This cardstock is really, really, really thin, which means it is not going to hold up under any kind of wear and tear, which is really disappointing. Yeah, the cardstock is shit. Excuse my language, but it is. And I found that a lot of the smaller companies, the smaller publishing houses, will skimp on their cardstock, and it looks like that this is the case with this deck. So let's go ahead and get right into the cards. All right. Okay, so far I am really digging the artwork. If you've watched any of my videos or you know me, you know that I really do enjoy obscure decks and self-published decks. So I'm actually digging this deck. It probably would not be a good deck for beginners or anyone that is cold reading. If you are an intuitive and you know your cards, you should have no problems whatsoever working with this deck. Ooh, I like that. That's really cool. Interesting. Justice. And if you notice, normally we see the hangman actually hanging, but in this case, they've actually done the whole gallows thing, which is kind of cool. Death. Temperance. Z for Zorro. Ooh, I like the devil. That's pretty cool. Nice. Now, again, this is probably not going to be a deck for the beginners. Yeah, I still cannot get over how thin this cardstock is. That just, ouch, that just bugs the hell out of me. Okay, here we go into the minor. And instead of cups, it looks like they're using elixirs. Now this is actually a really pretty deck. It's kind of simple. There's not much imagery that corresponds with your traditional tarot, but it is something that if you're a collector, you will enjoy. Let's back up a little bit. We've got the king, the queen, the knight, and then the page. I like that. You can actually pull keywords from the title of the tonic and the potion that they're using. All right, looks like we're going into wands, which would be rods. Very interesting. I like how they put that all together. This is definitely a vintage feel deck. Very Victorian. Okay. Back into the king and queen. And, oh, okay. Now we do have a more traditional, and that is coins. Okay, the page, the knight of coins, queen, and then the king. This one, strangely enough to me, has a very feminine feel for a king. I do not know why, but it has a very feminine feel to me, at least. All right, and then blades would be swords. So again, the traditional imagery is almost non-existent within this deck. But again, if you are an intuitive, you should have no problems with this. All right, and we're coming up on the end of this deck. And all right, that looks like that is it for the cards. Here is the back. Now let's take a quick look at the guidebook and see what that holds. All right, she does do an introduction and looks like a history of the tarot. And explains the major and minors. Oh, this is nice. It has a section on numerology in the tarot, which you don't normally find within guidebooks. And astrology in the tarot. Touches on the elements and colors. And goes right into ways of using the tarot, caring for your deck. And instead of going right into the cards, it looks like she jumps into different kinds of spreads which you can use, which is very cool. All right, now she gets into the card meanings themselves. Now, the color pictures in the book are actually a little bit more vivid than the cards themselves, which is fine. I mean, this is a pretty cool book, so not really too in-depth, but it does, the nice thing it does talk about the numerology, the astrological correspondence, the elements, and the companion cards that go with it. So that is really neat. You don't find this kind of information in many other guidebooks. So that is like very impressive. So she actually took a lot of time to put this together. All right, so that is the book. Here is the box and a final message from her that says, "It is all in your hands." And folks, that has been the Antique Anatomy Tarot by Claire Goodchild. And this has been Deja with Twisted Sisters Mojo, and I hope y'all have a great evening and a happy, happy Halloween.